there's a difference between process conversations and content conversations, right? And so in any dialogue, like we're coming in, ideally, because there's this thing, there's this observation that happened that we can all agree upon. I want to talk about when you said that thing about the banana peels in front of the door, right? So that would be the content conversation. And that content conversation might also include me naming some of these systemic pieces, me naming like trauma. All of that's content. That's information that I want you to have, places where we want to get to shared understanding about. Processes, how are we having this conversation, right? How am I feeling heard, received? How are you able to reflect me? Am I trusting that I'm understood? Am I trusting that there's openness to my experience? And a lot of times when the missteps happen, if the process is solid and you make a content misstep, it works, right? I'll just be like, no, that's not what I meant. Let me talk about this. So the reason these conversations go really, really bad is that there's a process break. Somehow I've lost trust that you're with me, or that you get me, or that you're still open-hearted. And I would invite folks that when these things happen, when there's this kind of break in the conversation, to slow down and look at process. Slow down and re-invite, what are we talking about in terms of intentionality? And as we look at process, it could be something like, before we even go there, I notice that I'm feeling a little bit of a contraction because I'm worried that either I've lost you or that you're judging me in this moment. And I just want to check if there's any stories coming up about what I'm saying. So it's not a story about the validity of what I'm saying, but it's just like, are you thinking that I'm a liar? Are you thinking that I'm, blowing something up, making a mountain out of a molehill, right? Being too sensitive or whatever. What's going on at the process level here? And if we can intend to process, the content stuff gets woken out. It's actually relatively easy to talk about the content once the process is in place.